I'm so glad you can talk about that with me. I appreciate that. I'm hoping, because I had to do a whole show with Waz where I heard all of his fucking Drake nonsense, and I'm really preemptively hoping that you're with me on that in terms of
where I stand on this.
Yes.
Well, where do you stand? I don't know.
100% Pusha T. 100%.
Okay.
It's a vicious, mean track, which I can't wait to play and dissect with you. And I'm not really a Drake fan, so.
Okay, I'll be honest. I said I could talk about this, but I'm not going to pretend that I'm like some hip hop head who knows a lot. I didn't know who Pusha T was before this. I'm embarrassed to admit. Jake, my fiance, played it for me, and I'm like, "Who's Pusha T?"
This is great. This is me before like almost all of my TV hits. Yeah, totally. I'll talk about that. So,
he had to explain like how deep the beef goes and who's on each side, and like Lil Wayne and like all of that. So I got the full like history lesson behind it.
We don't need to get into rap is, unless you want to, but rap is so
it's okay.
So nerdy and baroque. I just want to play this song because it's brilliant.
Okay, let's listen.
Well, you want to start with this, or do you want to start with Bill Clinton dunking?
We're already on Pusha T and Drake.
We're already on
Pusha
T
and Drake.
All right, guys. So let me just say, if you do want the more nerded out version of this on Woke Bros, which is exclusively for TMBS and Count the Dings patrons, Big Waz and I, Wozni Lambre, who's of course also crew, we did like 30 minutes on this. And I explained how Pusha T was like the Taliban or the Viet Cong, and Drake is like a hegemonic power.
Whoa.
Yeah, like it went real deep.
You should go on Ari Melber's show and talk about
Yeah, Ari Melber, get the fuck out of here. Stop it.
All I see is like every Instagram post is about, how he worked.
That is so funny.
Some like hip hop
Ari
analogy.
Melber's like big. Well,
that's how you get on Desus and Mero.
That's how you get on Desus and Mero. It's not a bad move. The first line of the first, we're not going to go through the previous two songs, but what started this current iteration on Infrared, Pusha compared Drake having ghostwriters to Russian interference for Trump. So there is actually a lot of politics here.
Wait, how does that work?
That basically like who wrote your election, like who wrote your election.
Who's writing all the tweets in the replies?
That's not so literal.
Okay,
Matt like crashed a whole hip hop. Look at Matt's like at the production studio with Pusha and Kanye. He's like, I just don't get it.
I don't think that works.
What do you mean? Sorry, but by your logic from the later verse, when you call him a bitch,
who's the botnet?
Would it be contradictory if you what? What'd you say?
Who's the botnet in this analogy?
Well, there are some questions in this. So this came out, and we're a little late to it, but I do want to dissect this with you. So he put out Infrared. Then Drake responded with actually pretty good response, where he was essentially like, "You're just trying to make money off of me because you're not nearly as well known as I am." And
Alyona didn't know who you were,
Alyona
so clearly you're not that well known.
I actually could literally see Drake rapping that, like girl on RT didn't know who you were.
I feel like I shouldn't have admitted that I didn't know who Pusha T was, but whatever. I did it.
It's totally fine. I love it. That's the kind of authenticity
honest to a
that
fault, you guys.
I need from you on the show. It's perfect. Especially if you're not drinking tonight. You're like 2 weeks. I don't know. I don't know who fucking Pusha T is.
I'm disappointing Michael by not drinking, because that means that the level of my commentary won't stoop to like really inappropriate, stupidity.
I still think in the post game we can get you there.
Okay.
I don't know if it's drink dependent.
Actually, I'm so emotionally drained from all the crying today that I probably will get there anyway without the alcohol or the beer.
All right. Well, we're going to keep you elevated then. I feel bad about it. What did you say?
It's very maudlin, Michael Brooks.
Yeah, I know. Jesus Christ. Well, there's
some down, won't you?
Oh, man. All right. This is Pusha T. This is the story of Adidan. And I'm going to explain some of the things that are going on here, because this is, I would say, since Ether, this is the most vicious thing I've ever heard. And I love and everybody on the Discord and everywhere else on the left. This is the type of thing that we need to learn from if you want Bernie Sanders to be elected president. This kind of viciousness is important. All right. And the cover art is Drake in blackface.
Yeah.
Easy money.
Which Pusha T, of course, like kept in his pocket. I'll talk over some of it. It's okay. Pusha T obviously had this picture. I think this is from a 2007 photo shoot of Drake
Chop the
in
tops off the
blackface.
coops. The 488.
And I don't speak Spanish.
The spider joint.
Pause it for a second.
Wait, am I supposed to be hearing it? Because I don't hear it. Is that an issue?
You're not. Your headphones aren't it? Oh. Someone's got to plug her headphones.
It's amazing because I have them on. And I was like, it sounds a little weird.
Yeah. It was conceptual diss. It was conceptual hip hop beef. Pusha was just like
tricking me.
Silence. I have. Yeah,
Where does that go?
Like, what did you think about what he said about his mom, Alyona?
Whoa, the sound is just completely different in my head now. Yeah.
And the instrumental on this is "Story of OJ," which is Jay-Z's. There's a lot of racial imagery in it, so it's a double play on this Drake image.
And you know we gotta cut the heads off these snakes, right?
This is what Alyona would say in her production meetings. Yep.
Watch the body drop. Drug dealing aside, ghost writing aside. Let's have a heart-to-heart about your pride. Even though you're multi, I see that your soul don't look alive. The M's count different when
straight to him being a whiny bitch.
Let's examine why your music for the past few years been angry and full of lies. I started at the home front, I'm on one. Dennis Graham, stay off the gram, bitch, I'm on one. You mentioned wedding ring like it's a bad thing. Your father walked away at 5, hell of a dad thing.
Ooh,
marriage is something that never had. Drake, how you a winner, but she keep coming in last place. Monkey suit Dennis, you parade him.
That's his dad.
Steve Harvey suit, nigga made him.
That's Drake's dad.
Always felt you weren't black enough. Afraid to grow it cause your fro wouldn't nap enough.
Alona's favorite line.
Since you name dropped my fiance, let them know who you chose as your Beyonce.
This is my favorite part.
Sophie knows better as your baby mother. Cleaned her up for IG, but the stench is on her. A baby's involved, it's deeper than rap. We talking character, let me keep with the facts. You are hiding a child, let that boy come home. Deadbeat motherfucker playing border patrol. Ooh, Adonis is your son, and he deserves more than an Adidas press run. That's real.
Pause it. I like that Pusha gets very authentic, and in interviews he's like, look, I'm a kid person, man, so that was a legit line. You should stop not spending time with your baby that you had it with a porn star.
This is what's interesting to me though about this, like in the world of rap battles and beefs, is that like you're supposed to be savage and brutal to the other person,
right?
Obviously,
right.
But calling someone out for being a deadbeat dad kind of feels like a newer thing to me. Like even because on the other side of this, Drake obviously hasn't put out a response, and then there's like that whole thing where there's like this phantom response that's just so savage that like Jay Prince told him not to put it out.
Right.
This is all to like save Kanye's family, and so like suddenly everyone is so concerned about everyone's family.
Right. Pusha said in an interview on The Breakfast Club, he's like, look, I don't hang out with friends of mine that have child support issues. So this is like actually an issue for me.
Yeah.
But what I like is what he just synced up is that the story is that the kid's name is Adonis.
Ridiculous name. I'm sorry. It has to be said.
It's great. It's a great name. And Drake's going over to Adidas, and there was going to be literally like the sneaker name was going to be, yes. So he was going to announce the baby in conjunction with the sneaker. So Pusha in this song is already...
Funny. I feel so sorry for this kid.
No, it's pretty fucked up. And Pusha has revealed a blackface photo, ruined an Adidas press launch, and revealed an illegitimate child, which is... That's pretty up there.
Which supposedly Drake was going to be talking about the kid on his upcoming album.
In conjunction with the Adidas launch.
Yeah.
Which is why he said he deserves more than an Adidas press run.
I 100% agree.
And I like the that's my favorite part of Pusha is his I love that. His like, you'll hear it in a second.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about? This is my.
At this point, I've heard the song enough times.
Yeah, I can tell you.
She's a porn star, let her be your world. Yeah, deadbeat motherfucker playing border patrol. Ooh, Adonis is your son, and he deserves more than an Adidas press run. That's real. Love that baby, respect that girl. Forget she's a porn star, let her be your world. Yeah. How dare you put yay in my verses? I'm selfish, I want all of the curses. I'm pre-booking the churches, me versus 3 hearses. If we all go
now
to
this
hell,
is the
it'll
fucked
be
up
worth
part
it.
coming up.
Already aligned with the greats. And on that same note, the only ones I chase are 2 ghosts. Still giving you classics. That's the only thing that dates me. OVO 40, hunched over like he 80. Tick, tick, tick. How much time he got? That man is 666. I got the devil flow, nigga. 666.
That's really fucked up.
Yes.
So he's talking about a producer for Drake who has MS, and he's saying he's gonna die
Hunched
soon.
over like you're 80.
Yeah,
I have MS, you fucking piece of shit. Didn't
Wow.
he actually tweet something, 40, like, by the way, you said this, or like drop the track on World MS Day?
It did got dropped
just
on
so-
MS Awareness Day.
MS
That is when
Awareness
it
Day.
came out. And I did hear another interview, same interview with Push, and they were like, "Do you think you went too far?" And it's MS Awareness Day. And he's like, "Oh, that's ironic."
Yeah.
That was his response.
But that's what I mean is
Yeah.
it's like, okay, so now
Yeah.
you're like destroying Drake by going after his producer, which I guess you're trying to tell Drake that like time's running out on how many hits this guy's going to make for him, but you're not actually going after Drake. You're just making fun of somebody who has a debilitating disease.
Yeah, that's a little. I mean, I said this with Waz, like, if something hits me as potentially inappropriate, that says a lot. Because I basically never have that
But you're
reaction.
still on Pusha T's side despite this.
100%.
I'm
But
just,
I
you know,
thought
I'm
that-
just testing you every step of the way.
Oh, I was literally harmonizing to tick, tick, tick. It still sounded dope, but it's really fucked up.
Yeah.
So, no, apparently, no, I don't know if he could have planned it, though, to literally be released on MS
I
Awareness Day.
doubt it. It's just.
But I'm sure he could have been aware of it and been in, like, we're in the ballpark. He's smart.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Listen, all of this, though, you know, as much as he wants to talk shit on Drake for announcing his,
Ooh,
his
I look like,
baby.
yeah, this is why I knew this would work. I knew that I knew that we would be in a hot 97 element, not too far in. Where
Well,
Alona's like, here's the thing. He wants to talk on Drake.
Yeah, but Pusha T
proceed.
also has an album that he needs to promote, you know, and
Yes.
so like everybody's just self-interested and trying to, trying to make money off
Well,
of
there's
it.
the
Kanye has an album that he's trying to promote. Kanye has a little bit of, making up to do in the public eye right now.
So
given
is this
his
all a
recent-
conspiracy, Alyona Minkovski?
Yeah.
Are they
It's a
all
really
secretly
deep-seated
behind the? Yeah, is that
conspiracy.
what's going on?
No, I just mean that I feel like a certain element of this might even be kind of a little phony. I don't know, like everyone's like, okay, hey, we just got to create a lot of noise. We have a lot of albums to sell. That's exactly what, public beef does. And
That's
creates.
true. I wonder who we got to attack on YouTube.
I
There's like no shortage of targets.
Another thing that
Yeah.
I loved about this
Yeah.
was that like Ja Rule just like
Ja Rule came
came out of the woodwork and decided to use this to start tweeting again about his beef with 50 Cent. Just to like wake that up again and be like, hey guys, I'm still here. Remember that one time? But like, Eminem, Andre, and 50 all had to like four of them go one, like 4-on-1 against me. And then 50 just shut him down by bringing up that horrible fire festival and what a disaster it was.
Yeah,
the charcoal plant.
Fiddy's pretty funny.
I saw
That I
funny.
will say about Fiddy.
I saw a funny tweet that suggested that if Fiddy was up against Drake, he would have like took a picture with the kid at McDonald's with like a Happy Meal, and that would have been the album.
That is exactly what Fiddy would have done. But but I think it's interesting because he went after Drake, he went after Drake's nice guy credentials, basically.
Yeah.
And so he hit him. It's just, and then it always has it has been an important part of, these battles actually matter. And they used to, actually determine, sales and
Career.
credibility
something like
and
that.
careers. And that is why it's really funny that, their response is this, Vantum response. No,
Yeah, they're
no,
like, it's
we're not
so
even,
bad,
we're not
we can't even
gonna
put it
do
out
that.
there.
Yeah. Even we
It's
wouldn't
so
do
savage.
that to you. You say that's bullshit, right? They're just they
Yes.
lost and they just got to accept it.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
The ribs and it doesn't even matter because Drake's a pop star. He's fine. He's transcended You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
well, that's what I mean. Is I don't actually.
There's no like high school girl that's gonna be like, I'm
career.
totally not gonna listen to like Drake's next song about like why like drinking champagne and
well, the only thing
the
only thing he responded to was the blackface thing.
Well, that's because that's political, and he responded in a real like, let me be clear, like he was on Instagram like attempting to expose and satirize racism.
Which is obviously
you had to like scurry out for that one.
It's like, but you make him deny it, right? Like I think that
no, Pusha was LBJ. Pusha was like, well, made the bastard deny it.
Oh my God. But no, it's a good point. That's the only thing that he actually very quickly addressed. And the rest is like, can't even show you what I'm going to say.
I can't even show you what it was.
I can't believe they're suggesting that he has something so fire in the can that he's not just going to release. That's obviously not true.
My theory, I don't know if I should even say these things.
Oh, I definitely want to. Of course we want to know your theory. See, and by theory, please.
Well, again, just based on their whole like this would destroy Kanye and his family. I'm just going to give you a little bit of this. Okay. Alyona Minkovski's theory about the secret goods that Drake just cannot bring to the public because it would destroy Pusha T and or Kanye West and or Kim Kardashian. Alyona, what's the theory? And that's the thing, right? Is Kim Kardashian is a big part of this now. Kanye has gained celebrity status on a global level, and I think that this might be about the supposedly open secret that Kanye is gay.
Say, baby, put down that pipe and get my pipe up.
I also have no idea what I'm talking about, but
no, I don't think that matters. I think this should get us on Deezus and Mero. What the fuck?
But it's one of those
Ari
things that I feel like
I quoted Rakim when I was talking about collusion. We just spread a significant rumor about a very important rap beat.
No, but I'm saying that rumor has been out there for, I feel like, forever.
Really? I had not heard that before.
You've never heard that before? Oh, okay. So I'm like, I don't know. Maybe they're claiming it's.
You know what's funny is I actually think, you know what's interesting? Evolving nature of hip hop and like slight like rate, like one of the ways in which we're like kind of improving as a culture. There was definitely a time in rap where it was like, that because it was, super homophobic culture. If Kanye said he was gay today,
I meant more in the sense of like destroying his family, because he now has 3 children.
Oh, Kanye's obviously going to destroy his family regardless.
On his own, he can do that.
Like that's
but
that's
also
happening.
Like look at Frank Ocean. Frank Ocean is obviously a hugely respected artist who's done phenomenally well, but also after he came out, didn't he he was supposed to do an album with Jay-Z and that got dropped or something, or like was supposed to work with him. Like I feel like there were repercussions.
I don't know.
Or
I don't
some
know
type of fallout
Frank
for him.
Ocean's. I don't know if his problems were because of that. I thought he had. I think he did have another album that he delayed on his own several times because of perfectionism. But
he also is one of those tortured soul talents.
He's definitely, and he's also not like, I have no doubt that he faced. And I'm not saying it like there isn't still a ton of homophobia everywhere, but I think. Yeah. Also, he has such a different position. Kanye's position is like, it's the opposite of people being homophobic if Kanye was gay. But it's like on the flip side, look at Kanye. Like everybody who's associated with him has been upset and embarrassed by some of the things that he said politically. But they're still like, yeah, but you still need to produce for me.
Yeah.
Like he's not like in the petitioning artist part of the business. He's in the like, I make you money part of the business.
Definitely.
That gives you a lot more flexibility to own who you are in a capitalist society.
Even
when you're
I
like,
go doopity boop boop.
Yeah,
Boopity
even
boop.
when you do that. I don't know. I've never. Kanye doesn't do anything for me.
But that's what I'm
I think
saying,
he's
like-
a great producer. He's a mediocre rapper. I don't care.
I have some.
You like Kanye as a rapper?
There's some old Kanye that I've really enjoyed. Yeah.
Like Touch the Sky, I'm guessing, or Touch the Sky
No.
shit?
Touch the Sky.
You don't
shit.
remember that?
My
Yeah.
Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. I thought that was a great album.
I could see that. Yeah, I don't know. His persona just annoys me.
Yes.
I think he's a
highly annoying.
great producer. I think his rap is really overrated.